An activist and former candidate for governor Aamon Bundy was due in court today for a hearing on an injunction to keep him from selling his assets to avoid paying the $52.5 million he lost in a St. Luke's lawsuit against him. The lawsuit stems from the days-long protest in front of St. Luke's in Boise, which prompted the hospital to shut down at one point, with Bundy and his friend Diego Rodriguez leading the charge in harassing and threatening those involved with the medical care of a malnourished infant. Well, they lost the lawsuit, and St. Luke's is trying to get them to stop selling their stuff so they can pay it. Well, that hearing was scheduled for 1 o'clock this afternoon, but before that, Bundy wrote a letter to the lead attorney for St. Luke's, Eric Stidham, in response to him wondering if Bundy was going to show up for that hearing, and he posted that letter online. The last line of that letter, Bundy says, not knowing what God wants him to do right now, he wrote, quote, "I have not yet to decide if I will be attending the hearing today." Narrator, he didn't attend the hearing today. That wasn't the most interesting part of Bundy's letter to Stidham this morning. Accusing the attorney and the hospital of misusing the courts, Bundy wrote, "You are seeking to make my family homeless and destitute. I have 6 children, young children's," he wrote. "I have very little to pay for a defense in the courts. St. Luke's has millions, hardly a fair fight." So he asked, do I flee Idaho with nothing, start over somewhere else? Do I grind through the legal process with no money? Or, quote, do I unite my neighbors, friends, and family to physically defend against this terrible assault on liberty and the right to keep the fruits of my labor? I think we can all kind of vaguely understand what physically defend might mean in this case, considering how many times Bundy's People's Rights Network puts out the call to its members to show up and support Bundy in his legal issues. They refer to it as a call to action. Well, few of those showed up. Numbers of those, though, who continue to show up, that continues to dwindle. Meanwhile, Stidham did write Bundy back this morning, basically saying, look, I just want to know if you're going to be in the Gem County courtroom today. If not, does that mean you are not opposing the injunction? And to avoid any more paperwork having to be delivered to your house in the court's time and taxpayer money being wasted, maybe you could just let us know in an email. Please make it candid and clear, not a rambling opus where we have to decipher what you mean by it. Thirdly, your wife is now entangled in this mess since her name is on the transaction to transfer the Harvest Lane property, which is where Bundy lives. So she should be prepared to take the stand should she show up in court today, which she didn't. Also, if you or your attorney, if you have one, want to talk about it, well, you have until 1 o'clock today because, well, that's when the hearing starts. That hearing wrapped up a few moments ago with the judge saying he wants some time to think it over, and he's going to extend the temporary restraining order because today's hearing is about making it a permanent injunction on all those assets and getting rid of them for Bundy. Bundy, meanwhile, has another court date tomorrow, this time in Ada County. This also related to the St. Luke's lawsuit. Remember when he was arrested at the Emmett High School football fundraiser a few weeks ago? Well, this one is concerning his contempt of court charge related to that, which is related to Bundy's continuing to harass and threaten those involved in the original child endangerment case.